Now they are obviously this way. I mean, inside ball you're going to hit out here further. Over the middle, it's going to come in deeper. Outside is going to come all the way to the plate pretty much. We'll set the tee up on the plate, and then you guys kind of move it around until you start hitting in the 5.5 hole. If you hit the third every time or the short every time, then we'll have you move it until you start hitting it in the 5.5 hole. And once you do that, then that's where your contact point is for that pitch. And then if it's over the plate, we'll work on it to where you hit it back up through the middle, one way or the other. Same with the 3.5 hole, which is between first base and second. That's outside, and if you're hitting it here too much, it's going to second. If you're way late, it's going to first. So we'll set it up to where you take your nice swing, it goes in the hole. I mean, I hear kids all the time, parents saying, my kid hits the ball well, but they always hit it at third or right at the shortstop, and nobody can fix it. And it's like, it's a pretty easy fix. It just takes a lot of practice. But once you figure out where you have to make contact to put it in there, well, you can just keep doing it. So that's a little bit about contact points. We're not even there yet. I need to get you guys to stay a little bit more athletic, bent. I need for you to work on a setup motion. That's why I've been getting kids a little bit wider. Kind of like Nicole. And Nicole today did the drop heel thing just fine. There she came up, and that's her setup motion. As the pitcher's ready, she loads here, drops that heel. That works for her. Still though, she's kind of coming out here and ending up like that. She could definitely get more power keeping this bent and staying back a little. There's a point where, as your weight's here and here, it can either go up this way or it stops and you rotate it here. So there's a fine point there between going a little further this way or stopping that movement by locking up and relying on all this. This foot and bat knob are almost the same. As I start to swing, it kind of moves with it. That's how I look at it. As I'm moving, it's moving. But I think I had that video where I'm hitting off the wall thing. It's not a bad thing to learn and to practice, because it'll get you out of doing this and it'll get you to being here and coming this way. Staying over the high pitch. If it's low, you're going to lower yourself a little here and go into it like that. If it's real low, yeah, you end up more of a golf swing. Now to go into that a little more, low inside, low over the plate, low outside. These balls are quite a ways away from you. So like an outside pitch, they have to come in. They have to be almost to the plate. Now if you take that swing here and you hit the ball here, you're fine. But if you hit it right there, it's going to pop up. So it's real important to let it come in deep. Hit it at about that angle here. Be a line drive. That's what on Robin's hip where we're working with. Try to get in here, cut it, and make contact here. And when they got up high, you can see she just turned just easy. But if you're dropping this hip, raising this shoulder, you'll just swing up through the balls, which we don't need. Everybody though, you're young, and it's easy to change things that you're doing. One thing I don't want to do is I do not teach everyone the same thing. I keep your swing, might change the angle. Your stance, I want you comfortable. Weight on both feet to start. Now a setup motion is something we're going to have to work on next. Because I notice a few of you widened up and there's no movement from that front foot before you just do that. I want you all to work on it, and I coached kids for 3 years when we started. None of them, except my own, had decent setup motion. You know, they just stood there and swing, no real power. So that's a timing thing. As that pitcher's about here, I start to shift my weight back. And I bring that foot up just a little. In case it's outside, I can plant it towards the plate. Inside, same thing, you can open up a little bit more. But for you the girls that are standing wide now, I want you just to be in a nice triangle here, and then just move your weight back. Like that. Just keeping this, don't rock back this way. Rock this down and this kind of up. Now it'll keep you with it shoulder down, hip down, and you can drive and hit line drives. I mean, that's the key to hitting, is line drives. Don't get balls up in the air, because you're not going to hit them out of the park every time. They're just fly balls. So, I mean, if a ball comes in high, I like taking it out the same height. Comes in down here, I like going back to the middle, same height. Just keep thinking, line drives. Believe me, you hit line drives, you'll hit home runs too. But that's not the key of being a good player. A good player makes contact with line drives. And the biggest thing of that is keeping your hands above the ball. And coming down into it if it's high. And if it's lower, you use your body to get lower. So this is my knee, that's a strike. And my bat's pretty flat. It's not like that. Most kids end up swinging their bats like that. They just foul them off, pop them up to first or second, or a weak ground out. So that's a big thing, not to let this right hand drop below that one. I have a pretty good picture of Robin doing an inside out swing, and she's like that, just flat at the ball. So that's about it. Nice out. This was like